Alright everyone, in my first video I talked about the people that make Alders Magnolia a great place to live. Now I'm going to talk about the amenities that, oh look at that's beautiful. The artwork displayed around the building is beautiful, and it supports my prediction that they hired someone to come in here with some real skills to help decorate. Now I'm going to take you into the fitness room that we have for us to use here. We have instructors that come in and teach various forms of yoga and self-defense and different things. I guess that's a ballet bar. I use it for doing my squats to help me try to increase my lower body strength. We have free weights. We have machines. And I like the treadmills. They monitor your heart rate. They help you pace yourself in different ways. I am having some difficulties with my lower body, so I'm coming in here daily to try to improve my abilities. That's a really great water cycle for your arms. There's television, so you can watch TV while you're exercising. They keep fresh linens in here and hand sanitizers. It's just an excellent facility for us to try to improve ourselves. Now across the hall, and you know, I had a really nice salon as my business, but if I'd have had an opportunity for this, and we've got a great salon here. It's well appointed with the equipment, and it's reasonably priced in my opinion, and you can just come in there and relax and have services for your hair. Again, more comfort and beautiful artwork. I think this pine that they've decorated in here is beetle stressed, but I don't know that for a fact. But the atmosphere in the entryway and the main hall, this is what I've been wanting to show you guys, is in my opinion rustic, and it definitely comports itself to a Texas log cabin atmosphere. There's some nice more artwork, more comfort in the lobby. If you're waiting for family or friends to pick you up, or an Uber or whatever, there's just a comfortable setting. We have a nice circular drive out front. There's nice chairs, and underneath a nice our drive-through, you can see there, it's very comfortable to sit and wait, or just sit out there in the morning and enjoy the weather, or in the evening and watch the sunset. Altogether just super nice, folks. More waiting. Now here we're fixing to enter the library, and we have a neat little library here where the tenants share their books. There's a drop box in there where you can put a book in for someone to borrow and read, and this is a nice private room. My wife and I recently met with our end-of-life counselor, and privately, so we didn't have to have a strange person in our apartment, and so this is a good room for meetings. You can see they've really spared no expense in here decorating our library, and with some unique other things besides books. A nice clock table that I really admire. Up there on the wall to the right is a collection of library checkout cards. That's pretty cool. Who'd have thought to put something like that in a library of all places. And here we have a nice, really nice collection of books that have been transformed into origami. I find them fascinating. I don't know if many people just come in here and kind of look at them and don't really understand the exquisite form of artwork that is. But again, we have more of the stressed pine in the library, and there's our book return. so our friends and neighbors can return the books they've borrowed from the library or from other tenants in the facility. And we're going to leave now and take a look around the Grand Hall. And it is, in my opinion, indeed a Grand Hall that we all enjoy at different times of the day. It's early in the morning now, so there's no one here, but once you start getting into the day, I'd say about 10, 12 o'clock, this Grand Hall starts to fill up with our neighbors and residents who, fellow residents who like to play games, visit with each other. This is where we have the activities like the potluck and bingo and bunco, and then everybody gets together and plays Texas 42, different kinds of dominoes, Mexican train. We play a lot of hand and foot down here. I think that's another word for canasta, but here we call it hand and foot. And Texas 42. It's just, I mean, and everybody visits, and there's a lot of camaraderie down here, and it just, TVs are on both walls, so if there's a sports game going, we can have that on while we're doing our other things. Now this kitchen area, they have cooking demonstrations here, and whenever we have potluck, we utilize these, or whenever the building is, the management is providing a breakfast for us, they can cook on this really nice gas range. The countertops are granite, just like these are what the countertops are like in our apartments. And then of course here's another view of the Grand Hall, and that door straight ahead, that whole wall will fold to the side, and then it can expose the movie theater, enlarging the Grand Hall when we have different. Look at the fireplace. I'm going to link a video up above of a service that was held here recently where the fireplace is on, and you can see how this room can be transformed to accommodate different types of meetings and events that we have. That area there looks out onto the swimming pool area, which is another video yet to come. People like to sit in these comfortable chairs and visit with one another, and they also like to sit on that ledge in front of the fireplace, especially in the wintertime when it's a little bit chilly. But it's always comfortable in here. Most of the time, if anything, you're a little bit on the cool side, but the environment is always comfortable. This table here to the right is where people can bring stuff down that they want to give away to other residents that they no longer have a need for in their apartment. It's all vintage. Here's the coffee bar. And let me tell you something, and it's probably going to make you guys laugh. I was 64 years old when we moved in here, and I had never in my life had a cup of coffee. And this was more than a coffee maker. Now almost every day I come down here and make myself a vanilla cappuccino and enjoy that after I walk my dog Reagan in the morning. That table there in the left-hand corner is a community puzzle table, and there's always a puzzle on there where people can come and work on the puzzle. The piano, we have a lady here who has sing-alongs. I'm going to link a video up above where we had our Christmas show, and look, up there on the balcony, I showed you guys that earlier in the video, and you can sit up there and look down on the Grand Hall if you want to be a little bit inconspicuous and just kind of watch what's going on. This is just, I mean, you're not cooped up in your apartment here at Alders Magnolia. You have fantastic amenities to come down here and socialize and be with your friends and your neighbors, and it really brings people together that live here. And in my previous video I talked about the people, and that Grand Hall has a lot to do. This is the mail room, and I really appreciate that they have the flag hanging above our mailboxes. Our mail is secure. Most of us know the mail lady that comes in and gives us our mail every day. That's not unusual for a lot of people that have good mailmen. Up here above this set of mailboxes is all the emblems and badges for all the armed services that we have, the wonderful people who defend our country and keep us free. It's appropriate in my mind that this is on display above the mailbox, and also the flag that I showed you. It helps kind of bring your attention to what's really important every day in this country. And over here we have delivery boxes. For $20 sign-up fee, you can have a delivery box and have your packages delivered here. If you don't want to do that, Amazon and all the other carriers will drop it in front of your apartment door. Let's go into the movie theater now. We have an awesome movie theater. Right there, if you want to have dinner in a movie, and on Friday nights they show a men's or a women's movie, depending, and we have food trucks that pull up outside in the circle drive, and so you can get, you know, different types of meals and sit at these tables and have dinner at a movie. Again, this movie theater was decorated, in my opinion, by a designer. We have some really cool vintage posters that are framed. I'm kind of guessing they're repops, but they're nice ones. And we have popcorn makers, and we do use these popcorn makers for movie theater quality popcorn. There's the big screen, and if you look in the wall, there's a tremendous sound system built in, and this place rumbles when they start showing movies. There's the comfortable seating that we have to use. You see the movie theater badge on the wall. It really gets you in the mood. It's like going to the theater. There's some more posters, and right down there is a podium, and I want to bring y'all's attention to that because we have a gentleman here at Alders who teaches a wonderful Bible class, and he uses the theater and stands behind that podium and teaches our Bible class. And not only that, he's very helpful to everybody here. Whenever there's a loss or some kind of a problem, he'll talk to him and see what he can do to help. He just bends over backwards to show everybody his faith, and it's very authentic. There's some more artwork on the wall there that I really like, and this is our community computer center, and up above are some vintage framed and matted newspapers with historic events. The Titanic sinks, man lands on the moon. I can't remember what that one is there, but so you can sit here if you're having computer problems, and these are all hooked up to the internet, and you can do your internet work. Now up on the second floor, here's where our massage therapist works, and you can take one of her brochures and make an appointment for a massage. That's a pretty nice thing to have access to. You know, a lot of these things save you having to get out and drive around, so you can do them in-house. And now I'm going to show you the upstairs balcony that overlooks the grand hall and the front door. And once again, beautifully appointed, comfort everywhere you look. Somebody put a lot of thought and care into designing Alders Magnolia, and I know that myself and many others enjoy this tremendously, this atmosphere that they've created and provide for us. And this is not, this is more than I could provide for myself in a home. So when I moved here, when we sold our house and our things that we loved and moved here, this was an absolute upgrade for my family. to be living here at Alders Magnolia, and we really enjoy all of these things that they provide for us. Now, I'll circle around and show y'all some more of this space, this meeting space. Some people play a game of cards up here called Five Crowns. Some people enjoy cocktail, and if they're having a musical event down in the Grand Hall, it's a great place to sit and watch. And it's a great place to sit and people watch. There's always something going on down there. Now here's one of my favorite amenities where I spend a lot of my time. It's called the Magnolia Pub. And I've never been able to have my own man cave, but I do now. And a man cave it truly is. The lights just kind of flip on by themselves when you come inside. And here's our bar in the Magnolia Pub, and I think they have wine. The wine club has wine tastings and events up here. I don't know if you can see it in my video, but there's a wine. Yeah, there's a wine refrigerator. We've got an ice maker, TVs on both sides. So whatever's going on in here, if there's a sports game showing, we can watch it while we're doing other things. Really fine memorabilia, sports cards, piece of a basketball floor. Just again, the attention to detail that went into this facility. There's our regulation pool table. It's level and really nice pool table. Over here is where I like to play poker. On that wall there is a collection of vintage Sports Illustrated covers, important ones, various vintage bats, and a Magnolia Field scoreboard. It's our poker table again, and what more could you ask for in a man cave? Here's where you can get a locker to keep your alcoholic beverages or your poker chips or whatever you might want to use in this room. Another large screen TV, and just memorabilia all over. Well thought out memorabilia, sports memorabilia. And here's a collection of bar drinks, bartender created drinks. And so folks, that's the Magnolia Pub. It's for me, it's like a hangout where I like to enjoy myself. Now we're going to come down here to another fine amenity, one that my wife really enjoys, and this is the craft room. Usually once a week we have someone coming in here and teaching or assisting with a craft. Like the Magnolia Pub, it's well appointed, on point, and just a great facility to enjoy for the residents here. There's a cork board. Yeah, that's cork. And here's the tables where the residents enjoy creating artwork. There's TVs in here. There's a sink and a hand washing facility. TVs on both walls. That whole wall there is cork, so they can hang up. And there's easels on the table, so the artwork that's displayed in here has been created in here. And there's a few pieces in here that I really like. Just, you know, it's the people who come in here and enjoy crafts are having a lot of fun, and the creativity that they express. Look at that. Look at those. I mean, that's some nice work on display, folks. And so the people who live here are able to express themselves artistically and have an activity that keeps their mind occupied, and they can enjoy themselves. And some really talented people live here at Alders Magnolia, and like in my previous video, they all have a backstory. They're interesting people. They're nice, lovely people, and they have a story to tell. And I suppose they probably tell some of their story in here in the craft room as they're creating artwork that I certainly enjoy. I like to go in there about every week or so and just see what's new hanging on the wall. I don't know this for a fact, but I know our apartment is equipped for a washer and dryer. We brought one with us from our house, and I think most of them are. Oh, watch when you come in here, the lights just magically flip themselves on. This laundry room is well appointed. It's got a nice television. It's nicely decorated, and if you notice these washers and dryers, there's no slots to put quarters in. This is provided for the residents here by the management, and it's it's a clean laundry room. And so if you don't have a washer and dryer, you have access to one, and you don't have to pay extra for it, which I think washing a load of clothes these days, like what, $7 to $15. Now here's another room that I like a lot. I'm trying to utilize it more. And again, the lights just kind of flip on all by themselves. And I recognize these chairs, folks. Those chairs are made out of aircraft aluminum. I've seen them before, and those are some designer chairs. We have cobalt workbenches, and look at the memorabilia, the collectibles up on the wall to kind of get you in the mood to do your work. Again, the thought that went into building this place and making it a nice place to live for the residents is just amazing. Here's a trash can made out of putters. I've never seen that. Wow. You can get a locker for your tools, to lock your tools up so you can keep them here. You don't have to look at the big screen TV. So you can be in here working on a Sunday, listening to or watching the football game while you're working on your projects. Here's another workbench, and up above it are a collection of, well, there's some license plates. That's really cool. There's a collection of more memorabilia up there. Some really fine collectibles. So that's going to be the end of this video, folks. I hope you'll click into the third video, which is going to be all about our pet amenities here at Alders Magnolia. Thanks for dropping by.